all. Today we are going to discuss about the PHP object-oriented programming concept. That is, we are going to discuss about the basic concept of OOPS. The basic object-oriented programming concept, which includes classes, objects, inheritance, interface, abstraction, and magic methods. These are the basic supporting OOPS concept in PHP. So we are going to discuss about classes and object. So already we know that classes and object in every programming language we have classes and object. So class is a programmer defined data type which includes local methods and local variables. So class is a collection of object. Object has properties and behavior. So class is a collection of object and also object has properties and behavior. First we have to define a PHP class where class name should be the same as file name. So so every programming language the class name should be same as file name. So here we have an example of PHP coding. So open tag of PHP class books. We have class and a class name as books. In that we are going to declare public function name and I am going to give a print statement, that is echo true book. So and then public function price, and then I am going to give a print statement as 900 value. So to create PHP object we have to use a new. So to create PHP object we need to use new keyword, that is the variable object is equal to new book and object name object price. This is the basic example for defining a classes and object in PHP. So the output will be true book 900 rupees. So in the basics of object oriented, let's see how to define a class and create an object. So creating an object in PHP. So when a class is created, we can create any number of objects in that class. So when a class is created, we can create any number of object in that class. The object is created with the help of new keyword. So by the help of new keyword we can create the object. So calling member functions. So the member functions will be when the object is created we can access the variables and method functions of class with the help of operators, that is implies. Accessing the method is done to get the information of that method. Also look into how we can access the object properties via variables. So here is an example coding for object, that is a class member function. So the output of above code is Samsung, iPhone, the list of what we are inserted in the method, it will be displayed as output. And then next inheritance. So when the properties and the methods of parent class are accessed by the child class, so we call the concept as inheritance. The child class can inherit the parent method and give own method implementation. This property is called overridden method. When the same method of the parent class is inherited, we call as inherited method. Now let us see the types of inheritance supported in object-oriented programming and corresponding PHP inheritance examples. So here we have two types of inheritance, that is single level inheritance and multi-level inheritance. So in that single level inheritance, the parent class methods will be extended by the child class. All methods can be inherited. And then single level inheritance, it should like this: A and the single A inherits the class of B. So here we have an example for single inheritance, and then the output will be hi power I am from value bound hi 7 I am from ABC. So and then in that multi-level inheritance, the parent class method will be inherited by child class, and again subclass will inherit the child class method. That is, A has a base class and B is an intermediate class and C is a derived class. So, and then next we are going to discuss about interfaces. So, an interface is a description of the actions that an object can do. So, an interface is a description of the actions, which is actions, that is description of interface, and that an object can do. So, interface is written in the same way as the class, the declaration with the interface keyword. The interface is written in the interface keyword. So, rules of interfaces. So, here we have some rules for interfaces. All methods declared in an interface and must be in public. So, all methods declared an interface must be in public. This is the nature of an inheritance. So, what are the interfaces we are declaring in the method? It should be accessed in public. This is the nature of interface. And then next, all methods in the interface must be implemented within a classes. So, if, when we are giving an interface, it must be in within a class. And then next, failure to do so will result in a fatal error. So, if we fail to access if we fail to implement the interface within a class, we will face the fatal error. The class implementing the interface must use the exact same method signatures as are defined in the interfaces. So, interfaces can be extended like classes using the extends operator. So, interfaces can be extended like classes. It can extend as classes using extends operator. So, here we have an example for interface class. So, the PHP coding for extended for the interface class. The output of the above coding is describing mango tree. So, the last one is abstract class. So, an abstract class is a class that contains at least one abstract method. So, an abstract class is a class that contains at least one abstract method. The abstract method is function declaration without anybody, and it has only the name of the method and its parameter. So, abstract is a class that contains at least one abstract method. There can be any number of methods in the class, and we have to declare the class as abstract only when there is an abstract method. So, here is an example for abstract class, and the above and this is the output for above coding. So, the output listed in abstract method.